Meanwhile, while we let that dough rise, we're going to make the filling for the cinnamon rolls. So we're going to add a cup of brown sugar. Make sure you pack it in so you get the full cup. And then we're going to add the main ingredient, cinnamon. We're going to add a whole tablespoon of that. This is the difficult part because tablespoons don't fit in there. So you always want to do this over a sink in case you get too much, exactly like that. In case you get too much, see I spilled much there. So you can level it out. You should level it up. And oh, not that. Add a little bit more. Because you want a full tablespoon because this is really what adds the taste to this recipe. So now we got a beautiful tablespoon. Add it in here. And now we have to add the half cup of butter. Preferably it's softened, it will make it much easier. But if you don't have it softened, then it's fine. It just takes much longer because you really need to get the perfect consistency. It has to be paste-like. Use a different spoon, metal, because you want a sturdy thing. So, and this usually takes about 10 minutes. If you have, the softer the butter, the less time it takes, but it really depends on how soft your butter is. So, you want to squish you really just want to incorporate the butter into everything to make a nice paste. And I do this by mashing the butter against the wall of the bowls and getting the cinnamon and sugar mixed in there, so it's all good. So it's looking kind of good. You really want it to be pasty so that the butter is the main ingredient. So it takes a while. You have to be patient. Also, it's kind of hard work. Timer should say like 5 minutes now. And oh, it's looking really well actually. If you like to see this, this is it's getting this look. See, I could spread this easily now, rather than before when it was just clumps of everything. That's the idea. So the timer should be ringing any minute. So, and this is done. Beautiful. And now we can get our risen dough. Oh wow, that rose a lot. See this? It used to be like that big maybe. It grew quite a lot. So we're going to transfer our beautiful dough. This is ideal. It's just soft. See how it does that? Going over the edge. It's soft, light, perfect. So now we go over here and we're going to roll this into two 12 by 9 inch rectangles. Now, it really depends on how thick you want them, but always keep in mind that they will double in size when you rise them. Let them rise for a second time. So cut your dough in half, and with a sharp knife. Don't use a butter knife because that won't work that well. Sharp knives are good, and not serrated. Serrated would just tear up the dough. The dough there. Okay, now we're gonna flour our rolling pin. It's important because you don't want the dough to stick to your rolling pin. Now, this dough is like perfect. It's not like perfect, it is perfect. It is, see how it is moving like this? If I kneaded it too much, it would be tougher. And I wouldn't be able to move it around like this. What you want to do with rolling is you want to pull it down. Flour this a bit more. You can also flour the surface so it's not sticking to it. You want to roll forward and away from you. And you want to get it evenly thick. the thickness even so that you don't have one person getting a very doughy bite of it. And you want to do full long motions. Now I'd say it's about 12 inches. I use my thumb from here to this part. My teacher told me it was an inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a bit big, but if you need more, you can make it thinner so that you can get more. Now I'm going to lay it this way to get the 9 inches. So, this is looking pretty good. You don't want one side to be thicker than the other, so you want to make sure. And it doesn't matter if this side is like this, see how it's all different, not straight. So it doesn't matter because I'm just going to be rolling it like this, and this will just be the edge, which is always wrinkly. If you really want to, you can fold it in, which will make this side fatter, and you can go like, if you can go over it multiple times to flatten it out, and that works, but it just makes it look not as nice for the moment. Okay, now that we have our beautiful rectangle here, we're going to add the paste. Now, as I said, the paste is supposed to be easily spreadable, and you should take a butter knife. You don't want a sharp knife or a other kind of knife. Butter knives are the way to go. And you're going to take half of the mixture and take it up in your spoon and just plop it on there. And this is where you need patience, because you need to spread this out evenly, and you don't want to get little notches in the dough, because if you put the knife at too steep of an angle, it will catch the dough and create wrinkles, and that just messes up the whole smooth part of the spreading. And this usually takes a while, so